Ohayou gozaimasu, konnichiwa, konbanwa, for whenever you're listening to the Joshi Pod, your weekly-ish podcast about the world of Japanese women's wrestling. Joshi Wrestling, I'm your host, Eric Howard, coming to you from beautiful San Diego, California. And guys, this week I'm super excited about our big main event interview with mother, referee, and former Joshi star, Mio Shirai. But first, before we get into the heart of the show, I did kind of want to talk about why we took last week off. I felt it was important to allow the men and women impacted by the speaking out movement to have all the attention. Their stories needed to be read fully and fully comprehended. I was literally in tears, guys, last week reading the stories that the victims were sharing. My heart's really breaking, guys, for those that shared their stories and almost even more to those that haven't shared their stories, that can't share their stories, that I can't imagine being in their positions. I hope all the bravery the victims have shown by speaking out will have a positive impact on the professional wrestling business. It's time to take the trash out, guys. It's time to make this a business to be proud of. You know, we all love wrestling, and we don't want our performers. I'll speak for myself. You guys can speak for yourself, but I don't want the performers that I love watching to be abused. I don't want them to not enjoy what they do. The things that have been talked about are criminal. Some of the things they talked about are in bad taste. And it's not accepted in any work environment in the world. And it shouldn't be accepted in the wrestling business either. Again, I want the best. I want the performers to, when they step in the ring, to want to give me their all because they're happy to be there. This is their happy place. This is where they want to be. And it breaks my heart to know that some performers went to the ring and went to the merch stands with their hearts breaking, with their being scared, being frightened of being in the facility. And I've seen some of the people that have been accused, or the speaking out movement has exposed. Let me say it that way. They've been exposed. And it just makes me wonder, thinking back, that some of the women on those shows and some of the men on those shows were uncomfortable being in the environment with those people. Like I said, guys, it's time to take out the trash. And because of some of the information that's come to light, I've decided to remove the interview we did with the former Chikara head trainer from our archives. So you're not going to be able to listen to it any longer. I don't want his voice to be heard on this platform anymore. Time to take the trash out. Like I said, he's part of the process. And again, guys, I want to give kudos to the victims who spoke out. I want to give support to those who spoke out, and support to those that haven't spoken out and won't speak out. No pressure to speak out, but know that there's love and support out there for you. And if you're listening to this, big hugs, big love, big support, whatever you need, you got it from the Joshi Pod. It might seem a bit trivial, guys, but if I may, I would like to speak a little bit about Joshi Wrestling. Stardom returned last weekend. They'd had a 10 gong salute to Hana Kimura, which I still haven't had the heart to watch yet. Wrestlers also paid a tribute to Hana on the show. I won't lie, guys. I barely watched any of it. I've watched the highlights more than I've watched every match. My heart's not into watching any wrestling right now, but especially anything involving Hana. I'm still affected by it. Transparency, guys. I'm still affected by the death of Hana, and I don't want to. I appreciate the women out there paying their respects to her, including Donna DeMondo, which revealed a new member, Himeka Arita from Actress Girls. She's a taller, pretty powerful Joshi wrestler. And with her and Julia and Shuri and Micah, and they're a pretty formidable faction now. But it was what I saw was a very nice honor to Hana, and trying to get back to the new normal of Stardom without Hana Kimura. Also, there was a really fun show this week with Peace Party. I really love the Peace Party shows. There was a really cool tag team match with Kriya from Pure J and Sakushi versus Haruka Umasaki from Diana and Suzu Suzuki, and that's one really worth going to looking at. And it's also fun to see Mari Manji and Akari from Pure J on the card, and I also love watching Madeline Russell too. And finally, Choco Pro is on fire, is staying on fire. They're building to the big Emi Sakura versus Yuna Mizumori grudge match. I'm Team Unimon. Let me know whose side you're on. The sweet pineapple or the evil Emi?
危ないですから黄色い線までお下がりください。まもなく2番線に渋谷新宿方面行きが参ります。
Hey guys, back to an old segment we had before when there's actually wrestling. Let's take a look ahead to shows that are happening this week in Japan. First, we have tonight a seedling show at Shinkiba First Ring, and it's got a huge main event. The real best friends, Tsukasa Fujimoto and Arisa Nakajima, face the tag champs Yoshiko and Hiroyo Matsumoto. Nakajima and Yoshiko on a collision course for the Beyond the Sea Championship on July 13th. There's also a really fun three-way match with Tsukushi, who I love, that little jerk. She's the best. Facing Miyuki Takase and Misa Matsui, both from Actress Girls. That'll be a whole lot of fun. On the 27th, there's a whole lot of matches, guys, coming here in Shinkiba. The Ice Ribbon's at Shinkiba. And it's a big main event for the IWGP Championship. Yappy's going to yell at me if I pronounce that wrong. Mother versus daughter. Hamako Hoshi versus Ibuki Hoshi for the IWGP Championship. On the 28th, Pro Wrestling Wave takes over Shinkiba. Hiroi is winding down her career, and on this card, she will face Tsukasa Fujimoto, who you heard on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. And also on the 28th, Pure J is Itabashi Green Hall. Really fun matches. Kriya and Suzu Suzuki go one-on-one. And there's also a real fun tag team match of Makoto and Moka Haruai versus Mari Manji and Manami Katsu. For those that follow me on Twitter, you know how much I love Mari and Manami. They have so much fun on Twitter, and that's kind of what captures my imagination. Some people ask me why I don't, play up other people on Twitter. It's like it's certain people like those two that capture my imagination, look like they're having so much fun, and I want to be part of their fun. So give those guys some support. And to wrap up the week, Wave has a show also at Shinkiba on July 1st. Guys, I want to thank you again for sticking with me, even with taking the week off. I'll make it up to you with a double interview week real soon. Got some real fun stuff coming up. I can't jinx it. I want pretty exciting, pretty top tier talent coming up here. To make sure you don't miss those episodes, please subscribe to the Joshi Pod. And while you're there, please rate and review. If you'd like to follow the show on Twitter, you can, at the Joshi Pod. You can see how much I adore Unimon, Mari Manji, Yappy, Akane Fujita, Yuna Manase, Tam Nakano, and so many more. And guys, I want to thank Danny Akagi and Yappy for helping with translations during this interview. I'm forever in their debt. Without them, the interview wouldn't be really good because I don't speak Japanese and she didn't speak English. So it would have been a real quiet interview. Guys, please enjoy this interview with Mio Shirai. Arigatou gozaimasu. All right, guys, full transparency. The start of the interview with Mio got a little wonky, and I missed the first question and a half. First, I want to thank Yappy and Danny for joining me on the podcast and thanking Mio for being on the podcast. I asked a really fun question where I asked her who was easier to manage, to keep under control, her 3-year-old at home or Sakushi in the ring. She laughed and said they're both very difficult. And then the second question was, how does she manage being a referee and a mother? And that's where this interview will start off with Mio Shirai.
もうお家ではもうただのママですよ。もうこっちにアイスリボに来たらすごいレフェリーだけども、もうお家だったら何もレフェリーのことは一切ないですね。ただ旦那はレスラーだけですね。
So she said that once she goes home, she just becomes a mom, full-time mom, and when she's not at home, she's a full-time referee at the shows.
When her kid is doing something bad, does she count to 5 to make him to stop?
子供がなんか悪いことするときにカウント5までカウントしますか？
ああ、悪いことした時は私しっかり怒るからそういうのないけど、でも逆に子供が私の昔の映像を見て入場式するって言ってプロレスラーごっこをしたりしますよ。
So at home, she just whenever the kids is not behaving well, she just gets mad at them. But whenever like the kids watches her old matches on YouTube or whatever, they all end up playing wrestling with one another.
Does she want her child to be a wrestler?
将来的には子供さんもプロレスラーになりたいですかね？
まだ3歳だから何になりたいは言ってこないけど、でも彼女がプロレスを本当にやりたいって言ったらアシストはするけども、でも才能がなかったらすぐにやめなさいって言ってあげます。
Her child is only still 3 years old, so she still has a long way to decide. But if she does want to be a wrestler, her mom will teach her the ways of being a pro wrestler and being in the wrestling business.
She got in the wrestling business. She started in 2007. There was a lot of people that started around that time, like Arisa Nakajima and Hiroya Matsumoto and Dash Chisako. What was it like to start at that time with all those really talented wrestlers?
デビュー当時が2007年で、同期には中島有沙選手とか松本博代選手とかいたんですけれど、その同期とかにとってはどう思いますか？
その2人は同期ではないですよ。
ないです。
その2人は私です。
They didn't start in the same time as Arisa Nakajima or Hiroyo Matsumoto.
But around that same, within about a year or so, they all kind of started at the same time.
Can I come in a little bit here? Mio was saying that do you know the word senpai? Do you know the word senpai and doki?
Yes.
So senpai means senpai, and doki means you debuted in the same year. And she's saying that they're not her dokis; they're her senpais.
Okay, that they started before her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but they're all starting kind of at the same time. They all of them became really good wrestlers. Was there something in the water at Japan at the time that they created excellent wrestlers?
その2005年、2007年時代にはいろいろな女子レスラーがデビューしたと思うんですが、その時にとってはどう思いましたかって。
同期の人たちはもう強すぎて怖すぎましたね。
So she said that all of the same time the opponents were really scary to wrestle against.
When did she become comfortable? How many matches into her career did she become comfortable in the ring?
だいたい何試合ぐらいしてからプロレスラーになれるなとは思いましたかって。
いやもう何試合かは分からないけども1年くらい経った時に辞めるタイミングがもうないなとは思ってました。
So it took her a year to realize that she became comfortable becoming a wrestler.
Did she prefer early in her career tag team wrestling or singles wrestling?
デビュー当時はもともとタッグでよく試合してたんですけれど、シングルの試合もやってましたかって。
言うほど多くないですけど、多少シングルもやってました。
So she did both tag and singles during her early careers.
So in her first couple of years of wrestling, what was some of her favorite matches early on?
デビュー当時に思い出に残る試合とかはありますか？
Making
すごい昔。ちょっと待って。
She's saying that this was like really long ago.
でもやっぱ
What does she remember about her debut match?
デビュー戦とかに覚えてますかって。
覚えてますけども何もできなかったって覚えてます。
She remembered it, but she knew that she couldn't do anything because it was her debut match.
Was she scared?
すごい緊張感とかはありましたか？
緊張を通り越して私が今なぜリングに上がっているかもわからないくらい何もわからない状態でデビューしてしまったことを今とても後悔してます。
She was past her nervous level and she was wondering why she was in the ring and now she wonders why she even became a wrestler.
So she got to wrestle quite a bit in Japan, but she also got to wrestle some outside of the country as well. She got to travel to Mexico to wrestle. What was it like to travel to Mexico and wrestle?
メキシコでの遠征の時はどうの思い出とかはありますか？
メキシコの国立記念日の日とぶつかってて、なんかすごい盛大なお祭りをやってて、カーニバルをやってて、全然練習もないし、何も、2AW じゃねえや、トリプレアと連絡もそんなにつけないのに、メキシコに最初1週間くらいただ滞在しなきゃいけないっていう時間ができそうになったことがすごい怖かったです。
So there was a week when she was in Mexico, but she didn't wrestle yet. So she was stuck in Mexico for a week before wrestling in AAA, and it was a decoration, the Independence Day in Mexico. So they had a lot of festivals going on around town, and she said it was a little bit scary being in Mexico by herself.
How did she like the Mexican food in Mexico?
メキシコの料理とかは好きですか？
私は海外が苦手なタイプの人間であまりご飯も得意じゃなかったです。
She's not a fan of wrestling. She's not a fan of going to foreign countries, so she didn't really get along well with the food either.
What was the crowd like for her to wrestle in front of a loud crowd that kind of sings and plays horns all during the matches?
試合中にメキシコのファンの声援とかにはどう思いましたか？
すごい、なんだっけ、プリティじゃなくて、ママシータみたいな、可愛いとか美人みたいなのすごい言ってもらえて、マスクマンなのになと思いながら、すごい嬉しかったし、やっぱ日本よりもブーイングとかお客さんの熱がすごい高いのは感じて、とても楽しかったです。
So even though she was a heel wrestler in Mexico and she wore a mask, the fans would say "Mamacita" or "Bonita." they would cheer and boo her when she's wrestling.
Well, she is bonita.
エリックさんがとても美人ですって言ってました。
They also said that she was very bonita. So she was supposed to be a heel, but they kept cheering for her when they were supposed to be booing her.
It's hard to boo somebody that good. So she also got to travel to the U.S. in 2011. What was her experience like wrestling in America?
2011年にアメリカでも試合していると思うんですけど、それについて教えてくれますか？
その時はなぜかうちのお母さんも一緒に遠征に行ってました。アメリカに行ってました。で、すごい楽しかったです。海外の人の方が日本の人よりもキャラクターがすごい生きてて、エジプトのなんかマスクしてる人とか、あとアリさんみたいなマスクの人とか、海外で活躍して、アントンさんかな、アントンって言ったかな、アリみたいな、まあとりあえずそういうふうに、そうアントみたいな虫とかすごい日本よりもキャラクター豊かだし、体はやっぱ日本人よりも大きい人が多くて、海外やっぱでけえなって、日本人サイズちっちゃいなと思いました。
So she was surprised at the size of the wrestlers, especially in America, and she saw a wrestler like the Green Ant and the Osirian Portal from Chikara. And also her mother went along to the trip with her.
What was it like having her mom on the trip with her?
お母さんもその旅についてどう思ってましたか？その試合とかを見て。
いや、お母さんは旅行気分で来ただけなので、なんで来たのかもわからないですけど、でもとりあえず一人めちゃくちゃ楽しんでて、あとマネージャー気取りしてました。
Her mom was just there for vacation purpose, but she was acting like she was their manager during the whole trip.
I talked to Mike Quackenbush, and he said Asha Kong was kind of grumpy that trip. Was she grumpy?
Grumpy?
時はアジャコング選手がなんかあんまり調子が良くなかったっていう話をそのエリックさんが話を聞いたらしいんですけれど、それについて本当ですかって。
私その時アジャコングさんとは仲良くないので本当に怒ってたかどうかわかんないけど、でも確かにみんながあそこの有名な場所見に行こうとか言ってる時にアジャコングさんは行ってなかったから、そういう風な余力があるほど元気ではなかったと思います。
So she said during the trip, the Aja Kong and Mio didn't get along well, but because they weren't going to same places for sightseeing or something.
Oh, so she was saying that at that time, like she and Ajakong weren't really close, and she doesn't really know for sure how Ajakong was feeling at that time, but she knows that when people were like going to sightseeing spots together, Ajakong wasn't there, so she wasn't coming along with everyone else. So she's thinking, okay, maybe she's not feeling so well.
So I'm going to ask a strange question here. So I go to Japanese baseball games and it's loud and people are cheering and singing and dancing and all kinds of things. But then when I go to a Japanese wrestling show, everybody's quiet. But if you go to other countries, people are loud at wrestling shows and quiet at baseball games. Why does she think wrestling fans are quiet in Japan?
これは日本とアメリカの違いなんですけれど、例えば、日本でプロレスを見に行くと、ファンとかすごい静かなんですけれど、逆にアメリカでプロレスとか見に行くと、ファンはすごい声援がすごいって言ってるんですけど、それについてどう思いますか？
私は結構騒がしい人間なので、アメリカのように日本のみんなも騒いでくれたら嬉しいなと思いますけども、ただ日本人の人はその分すごくカメラでデータを取ってるのでそれはそれでこうインターネットに載せてくれて拡散してくれるからそっちも大事だよなと思うとどっちも捨てがたいです。
So she said that she also likes to be loud and cheerful, but many Japanese people tend to take pictures a lot with their camera, so they end up wasting their batteries on the camera for that one show instead of just cheering and being loud for that show.
They're not living in the moment. They're taking too many pictures.
But it's so important, to Japanese fans. Like they like to collect data and they like to collect pictures, like the best pictures that they can for the shows, and then they put it on SNS and they show off their pictures. So if you come to a Japanese wrestling show, you see these people with really, really high-end cameras. So it's like wrestling photography is kind of a passion for a lot of fans.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I've gone to shows there, that just people have like really, really nice cameras and big lenses and stuff too. It's pretty amazing.
So they can't cheer and shoot at the same time.
So she also got to go to France. I've been to France as well. I've never seen a wrestling show in France, but what was the experience like traveling to France with Kana?
カナ選手とフランスでも試合したことあるんですけれど、それについて話してくれますかって。
はい。ジャパンエキスポっていうイベントでフランスには行かしてもらって、いやその時の飛行機に桃色クローバー Z が一緒にいてすごい嬉しかったです。
So she was a part of a Japan Expo, which they have wrestling events and other Japanese events. And on the way to France, there was a famous idol group called Momoiro Crowbar Z, which is a popular Japanese idol group. And Mio was excited that they were on the same airplane as her on the way to France.
Did she get a picture with them?
一緒に写真とかは撮りましたか？
もう日本人恥ずかしがり屋だから撮れないんです。
She said Japanese people are shy, so she didn't take a picture with them.
It's hard to believe seeing how crazy and wild you guys are in the ring that you're shy.
リングの中ではとてもクレイジーでワイルドなんですけれど、リングの外ではとてもおとなしいですねって言ってました。
日本人は結構二面性な人が多いと思いますよ。
Japanese people have two sides to their faces, the wild side and the very quiet and the patient side.
Is it hard to keep her quiet side now when she used to be the wild side since she retired?
今はもうプロレス引退してからどっちの場面が多いですかって。
今コーチで選手の練習を見てるからすごいそこで声出してめちゃくちゃ怒ってるんで、もう選手自体も声出してるし今も声出してます。
So she's a coach now for the wrestlers, so she tends to be loud and crazy, and she's coaching the wrestlers.
So what's it like being a coach with wrestlers when you were in the ring with Hamako and now Ibuki is wrestling? So seeing the two generations, what's it like to see that as once as a wrestler and now as a trainer?
今はコーチとしてそのハムコ選手とかイブキ選手とかがもともと選手としてた時に試合してた時はどう思いますかって。
コーチとして見て親子が試合してるの見たらってこと？
そうです。はい。
前の時はミオさんとハモクさんは一緒にリングの中で、
お母さん同士みたいな、
はい、でも今はミオさんはコーチ、そしてハモクさんの娘は、今はいぶきさんも戦ってるミオさんはコーチが今コーチですね、だからその感じはどうですか？
お母さんが娘をあんなに叩くのはあれ通常の世界だったら虐待だけどプロレスだと虐待にならないからすごいねとは思いますね。
で新しい今のヤングの時代ですね。
そうね、
ハムクさんの時代、そして今
いぶきの時代、
いぶきさんとすずさんともっと若い、
そう世代差をどう思うかと、
ヤッピーは若くないけど、
そうね、ヤングね、キャリアが高い子たちもすごい技術があっていいと思うけども、いや違うな、アイスリボンはみんなどっこいどっこいだな。みんなキャリア行ってもなんかフレッシュだから、下の子が新たに出てきて、下の子もフレッシュだけど、そのいぶき世代もフレッシュだけど、ハムコつっかそのアイスリボンじゃ上の選手も全然別に私から見たらみんなフレッシュです。
So she said that the ice ribbon, the wrestlers tend to be fresh, even though they're older or younger. The generation gap doesn't really matter when it comes to wrestling in ice ribbon.
Is she more proud of like wrestling a match or seeing somebody walk in the first day of training and then turn into a wrestler? What makes her feel better?
コーチとしてその試合を見る方がいいか、それかそのトレーニング初日の日に来て、それから選手として育つのどっちがいい場面となりますか？
どういうこと？難しい。ワンもう一回言って。
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, what makes her feel better when her wrestling career or seeing somebody start and then become an actual wrestler? One of the trainees.
何の方が気持ちよくのことですか？プロレスの時ですか？コーチの時ですか？レフ
ェリーしてる時かコーチしてる時どっちが楽しいかってこと？違う。
レスラーの時ですか？
私が？
はい。
私がレスラーの時の方が楽しかったが、コーチとして見てる方が楽しかったか？
もし新しい人が同時に来ました。そして練習生になりました。そして選手になりましたって。
あれよ。テレビゲームで言ったら自分で自分のアイコンをコントロールするか、そのポケモン育てるかの違いだから、全然どっちも楽しいよ。ポケモン育てるのも楽しいけど、その自分っていうアイコン育てるのも楽しいから、どっちもどっちよ。
Well, she's saying both of them are fun in their own right. Like she enjoyed being a wrestler, and then being a coach is a completely different thing from being a wrestler, and she can't really compare either. It's like apples and oranges. So it's she compares it to Pokemon, it's like ポケモンとアイコン。
そう、ポケモンとアイコンだから、このポケモン育ったはすごい嬉しいけども、自分のステータス上がったもすごい嬉しいじゃん。どっちも楽しいね。
Yeah, so it's like when you're collecting Pokemons, it's fun to collect Pokemons, but also you have other things to worry about. Like Pokemon is fun, but other things are also fun.
Who has she seen come in for training and immediately saw this person is something special?
コーチとしていろんな選手を今まで育てたんですけれど、どの選手がすごい初日の時から見てすごいこの選手はポテンシャルがあるなとは思いましたか？
お客さんに見られるとかアピールするのがすごいなって思う。いやでも私コーチになってデビューさせた子そんなにいないよまだ。あれそんなにいないよね。あれ私朝日とかもいるのか。
はい。
そうか朝日とかもいるから。あれ朝日ちょっと待って私何人くらいデビューさせてんだ。お前くらいからだよね。
そうですか。
朝日いて朝日の下って誰？すずか。でもそうかすず一応でも大畑さんが見たのかな。すずいてうのとかも？
いや
うのは違うよね。うのは違うよね。
あとヤッピーとか。
ヤッピーとかか。
はい。朝日さん、すずさん、ヤッピー、石川さん、
石川
ちゃん。
どう誰か一応ジュリアが入ってくるのか。
Sorry, we're like consulting Asahi right now.
でもヤッピーはアピールする、お客さんに見られるっていう意識がすごい強くて、オーバーリアクション、やっぱ海外の方だから、日本人すごいオーバーリアクション全然できないから、そういうなんつうんだっけ、パフォーマーとしてヤッピーはとてもいいと思う。ただ選手としてはまだまだ。全然、まだ。
ありがとうございます。
アスリートとしてまだまだね。で、逆に朝日みたいな子は筋トレ一生懸命頑張るし、言われたこと全部ちゃんとやるし、で、そういう努力家の才能があるなって思うし、で、みんなのいいところを私はチェックするコーチだから、この子がすごい才能を持って出てきたっていう子は、全部トータルで素晴らしいみたいな子はなかなか今、アイスリボンにはちょっと私が見てる子ではいなかったかな。
So she said, being a coach for Ice Ribbon, she sees the potential in of different aspects in every wrestler that she trained. For example, Yappy, she sees Yappy as she's a very good at overreacting and being very outgoing towards the fans. And the other wrestlers like Ishikawa and the Asahi, they're very strict on doing muscular training and focusing on training and weight training and building their muscles and focusing on being a serious wrestler. But she's very happy for all of the wrestlers that she's trained.
What's it like to have foreign wrestlers come in for training?
Can I add to it a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, it's like, so she's saying, like there's a kind of a checklist when, for somebody to be a wrestler. And then when people come in that door, not everybody will have all those boxes ticked, right? So she was saying that when I come in, it's like my performance was very good and I'm very outgoing. She says it's very more usual for foreigners to have that kind of, outgoing personality than Japanese. With Japanese, you kind of have to develop it a bit more. Although, like, when I first entered the dojo, I literally could not do anything. Like, I couldn't even like run for 3 minutes. And Asahi and Ishikawa, when they came in, like, they were very good at, muscle training. They were very good at moving. So it was then you have to develop their characters then. So, it's like everybody has their strong points and weak points, and she sees the strong points and then she knows what weak points she has to work on.
Oh, excellent. So what's it like to have foreigners come in for tours and visits and stuff like that? What's it like to train people that haven't trained in the Joshi dojos before?
外国人レスラーをトレーニングするのはどう思いますか？
言葉の壁がすごく高くて、私は英語の成績がとても悪いから相手にも申し訳ないなと思ってやってます。
So she couldn't speak English well because she has a lower grade on English classes. So, but she tries her best to train the wrestlers.
What foreigners that have come over have impressed her the most?
今までどういう外国人選手がトレーニングに参加しましたか？
基本的にはテクラとヤピーだな。あと何人かいたけどちょっと思い出せないな。
チャペラさん。
そう、チャペラさんとかね。
ジェイラさん。
もういるんだね。あんまり覚えてない私も。
あんまり覚えてないんですか？
でもいらっしゃったね。
そうですね。あの時は大畑さんですね。
そうだよね。大畑さんでしょ。だから私は多分テクラとヤッピーと、あとその前にもちょっといたと思うけど、でもメキシコ人だった気がする。
そうです。そしてダリスさんと
かね、ちょっと来るよね。ちょっと来てすぐ帰る人たちいるよね。いっぱいいますね。何の質問だったっけ？
最初は外国人がいたら一緒に練習します。何が違いますか？外国人は外国人のコーチに何が違いますか？そしてその外国人のゲストはミオさんがこの人はすごいなって初めて見て、この人はすごいと。
外国人の？
はい。
外国人で思う子？
はい。
記憶にございません。Sorry。
はい、すみません、どうぞ。
So she does the two people that stood out for her most was a Tekla and a Yappy, but there's several other people like Dallas from CMLL and several other wrestlers. But overall, she wasn't really impressed because she didn't have like any particular impression for the foreigner wrestlers who trained at the dojo.
What's it like to train with Dallas? Somebody as strong as that.
CMLL の女子選手のダリスとトレーニングしてどう思いましたか？
いや、もう、よくできた子だと思います、多分。いや、ちょっとなんか、海外の方に多いのが、後ろ受け身とか前受け身とか、すごい基本的な動きがちょっと、オーバーというか、雑な時があるから、それを私はちょっと直したく思っちゃったりします。これは言って大丈夫かな
So she said that Dallas was good, but one thing that she noticed about foreign wrestlers is that when they take front bumps or back bumps, they tend to overreact at times. So she wasn't really impressed at that part.
Yeah, just to add also, so Mia was saying earlier that like last year we had other guest wrestlers like Chabela and Jayla, but then that was the time when she was on her maternity leave. So it was actually Ohata who was being our coach at the time. So she doesn't remember much from time that the foreigners were touring in Ice Ribbon.
That's fair. Can I say what's the best part for her? What was the best part about being a wrestler?
選手としての一番の思い出は何ですか？
上松俊恵さんとのシングルと鈴木みのるさんとシングルとあとはあれあそこめちゃくちゃでっかい会場武道館東京の武道館で試合ができたこの3つはちょっとどれが一番とは言いづらいですね。
So her top 3 moments in her wrestling career was wrestling against the Toshimatsu and the Minoru Suzuki and wrestling in Budokan.
Oh, cool. What's some of her favorite buildings to wrestle in besides Budokan?
武道館の以外にお気に入りの会場とかはありましたか？
両国国技館
Sumo Hall?
Sumo Hall, yes.
Yeah. I love that building. It's so nice. What's the worst she's been hurt in the ring in a match?
試合中に怪我した思い出とかはありますか？
一番大きな怪我。
一番私プロレスで怪我で欠場したことないっていうのが自慢だったんですけど、加藤園子オズアカデミーの加藤園子選手に、鼻の骨を折られて、でしかもその鼻の骨折った次の日がすごい大好きだった上松俊恵さんの引退興行だったけれども、鼻を折ってしまったすぐだったので、その上松俊恵さんの引退試合に出れなかったっていう苦い思い出もあります。
So she was in a singles match against Sonoko Kato and she broke her nose during the match. And the day after, she was supposed to wrestle in Uematsu's retirement match, but she couldn't take part of it because of her broken nose.
That's terrible. So can I ask her about some of the opponents she's wrestled in her career?
思い出のある対戦相手とかはいますか？
The listeners like to know about certain people. I want to ask her about certain people.
みゆさんの前の相手、質問大丈夫ですか？
前の相手？
プロレスの相手、
昔？
戦い、はい。
どうぞ。
はい。Yeah, it's fine. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So one of my favorites is Sakura Hirota. I love to watch her wrestle. What's it like to be in the ring with like a more comedy wrestler?
広田さくら選手との試合について思い出とかはありますか？
いやもうあの人はすごすぎて思い出だらけですよ。どれをチョイスしていいのかもわからないくらい素晴らしい方です。
She has many memorable moments with her, and she couldn't pick only just one thing in particular.
Did she like wrestling in comedy matches versus more hard-hitting matches?
たまにはそういうコミカルな試合もするのは好きですか？
もう一番好き、むしろコミカルマッチが好きです。
She preferred the comedy matches over the serious matches.
It hurts less?
受け身とか取るのも少ないですか？そういうコミカルな試合の時は。
痛くないですか？
いや、コミカルの時の方が心が痛いよ。
So her spirits and mind hurts more during the comical match than when she actually gets hit in a serious match.
So there's another person, Jun Kasai, she wrestled. What was it like wrestling against Jun Kasai?
葛西潤選手との試合についてどう思いましたか？
葛西潤さんが多分 YouTube に載ってるから知ってくれてると思うんだけども、私葛西潤さん以外にも石川修司さんとか今だったら考えられないようなすごい男子の人とシングルマッチさせてもらってて、全然もう皆さん私みたいな細い女子勢相手でも容赦なくすごい攻撃をしてくれたことを私は今誇りに思ってます。
So she also had other memorable matches against wrestlers like Shuji Ishikawa. And people probably know her match against Jun Kasai because people probably seen it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very lucky to wrestle against some of the most popular wrestlers in the Japanese wrestling industry today.
Did she like wrestling against men?
男性との試合とかは好きでしたか？
めちゃくちゃ好きでしたよ。
She really liked it.
Could she hit him a little extra hard when she was wrestling the guys?
男性との試合の時はもっと根性を入れて殴ってましたか？
女性相手の時よりももっと激しく反則技を私はしてました。
So she cheated more during the men's match than she does in a women's match.
So if she was refereeing her own match, would she disqualify herself?
実際にその選手時代の時の試合をレフェリーとしてさばいてたら、自分に反則をしますかって。
全然する。
She would disqualify herself in the match.
So what's it like wrestling the bigger wrestlers like Kyoko Kimura, Rin Yamashita, Asha Kong, big powerful wrestlers? How did she enjoy wrestling the stronger wrestlers?
木村京子選手とか山下里奈選手とかアジャコング選手との試合について思い出とかはありますか？
大きいパワーの女子レスラーの人と試合するたびに私は何回も持ち上げられて何回も床に落とされるっていうハードな試合になって、その度に首がもっとダメージが多くなってたから、しんどかったということをずっと覚えてます。
She said that it was a very painful experience being body slammed onto the floor many times by wrestling against bigger wrestlers.
So let's talk about some of the people right now in Ice Ribbon, like Sakushi. I love to watch Sakushi wrestle. She got to wrestle Sakushi pretty early in her career. Tell us about Sakushi a little bit.
つくし選手について教えてくれますか？
OK。
Tell us about what kind of wrestler she is, please.
つくし選手のスタイルとかについて。
すごい小さい体をうまく使ってとてもしかもスピーディーによくリングの周りを見て行動できてるも小さいという体型の中で彼女は最高のパフォーマンスを見せてくれてると思います。
So she said that Tsukushi is able to wrestle well during the match, even though she has a smaller size body compared to the other women wrestlers.
So as a referee, Sakushi is the biggest cheater in Ice Ribbon. Does she keep a closer eye on Sakushi?
レフェリーとしてつくし選手の試合をさばくときには、つくし選手はすごい反則技を使うときが多いと思うんですけれど、それについてどう思いますか？
何あれよ。いたずら猫がじゃれついてくるのと一緒で、まあ、かわいい、聞いて、よしよし。
So she says it's like handling a jealous cat that comes in wants you to pet her.
And she bites you?
噛 噛みつきかもしれますか？
かもしれますか？
あ、すごい噛んでくるけども、もうしょうがないよ。彼女の愛情アピールだから。諦めてます。
So she wants to show her love appeal to Mio, so she's giving up.
So Tsukasa Fujimoto is I think one of the best wrestlers in the world still. Tell her about some her teaming with Tsukasa and wrestling against Tsukasa. What's it like being in the ring with somebody as talented as her?
藤本司選手とチームも組んで何度も試合したことあるんですけれど、それについて話してくれますか？
藤本司は私よりも年上なのに全然私よりも体力があって、私よりもずっとニコニコ笑いながら永遠試合ができる素晴らしい体力のお化けだと思ってます。
スタミナモンスター。
スタミナモンスター。いやいや
So even Tsukasa is older than Mio, but she always smiles during her matches, and she has a lot of stamina, more stamina than Mio during the matches.
So her career ended when she was 27 years old. Did she when did she realize that her career was coming to an end?
引退した当時が27歳だったと思うんですけれど、引退した理由はなぜですか？
首の骨が脱臼してて、しかもそれは、デビューして3年目の試合でもう脱臼してたみたいで、その古傷が徐々にこの5年間で首の力が入れれなくなってくる症状が出てきて、ボディスラムとかパワーボムとか地面に叩きつけられた時に顎を引いてられなくなったんですっていうの分かります？
So she said that during her third year, she realized that her neck was being dislocated. So whenever she took body slams or power bombs, her jaw couldn't move during the matches.
Yeah, so it's very important. Like when you're taking a fall in wrestling, when you're taking a back bump, you have to tuck your chin in. It's very important to tuck your chin in because you're protecting your head. And because of her neck injury, she found that later on she couldn't tuck her chin in properly anymore. So it's become very dangerous for her.
So was it one particular incident that caused it, or just like the just over and over and over and over again, multiple incidents?
一度試合中になんかその事故が起きたんで、それからもう何年かも試合してて、そのなんかやっぱり首の欠場とかもあって、それが理由で引退されたんですかって。
もう引退する2年前から自分で首に力が入らないって自覚して、でこれ以上続けたらいずれすごい頭を強く打ってリング上でもしかしたら命を落とすかもっていうふうに危機感を覚えたので、あと1年でやめなきゃって思いました。
So she realized that 2 years before she retired, that she couldn't have any pressure or power onto her neck. So if she took more bumps, she could probably end up losing her own life in the ring. So that's why she decided to retire.
Was she at peace with retiring, or did she kind of not really want to do it?
引退するときには、引退覚悟してましたが、それかもう少し試合は続けたいでしたかって。
いや、引退した時にはやりきったってリング上でも言ったけれども、本当に私はレスラーとして満足したって思ってます。試合はもうしたいけどもできないっていうふうに思ってますね。
So she was very satisfied with her wrestling career, that even in her retirement, she said that she's satisfied and she did all that she could being a wrestler. And even after she retired, she wanted to wrestle, but she couldn't do it anymore.
So her career is kind of tied with her sister and Kana. Can she kind of talk about their international, what she's seen them go on to do, is how she feels about seeing Kana and Io wrestle internationally?
現在は妹のイオさんと、カナ選手もアメリカで活躍してるんですけれど、それについてどう思いますか？
すごく羨ましいです。羨ましいけど、私にはインターナショナルな才能はないというのはすごい分かってるんで、私には無理だなと思ってるけど、すごい2人が活躍してることが素晴らしいと思うし、彼女たちはもともと私たち古いというか昔からこの人たちはもっとでかいところできっとプロレスやるんだろうなっていうのはうすうす感じてたので、そこで今アメリカで成功してることは私からしたらそりゃそうだろうって感じです。
So even when they were wrestling together in Japan, she saw that Io and the Kana have potentials in becoming a big superstar someday, and now she's happy for them being successful in the U.S.
Good.
Yeah, she's saying that she has this. She said urayamashi, so she's a little bit envious of it. But she also feels that I'm not really going to do well internationally, not because of her performance, but because of her personality. Like she doesn't do well outside Japan. Like it's like she's not comfortable outside Japan. So she said, like, well, for me, that's not really for me, but I'm so happy for them, and I'm envious but very happy for them.
Good. That's excellent. So if somebody has not seen a Mio Shirai match, what match would she suggest that people watch?
ミオ選手の現役時代の試合をファンが例えば今 YouTube とかで見るとしたらどの試合をおすすめしますか？
でもイオとのシングルマッチとかインターネット載ってないよね。だから、あったやつ見てもらったらどれでも私はおすすめですよ。
So she recommends any matches that's on YouTube or any other social media networks.
Who's her favorite opponent? Go ahead.
There's not really much of her matches to be found online. So she said, like, whatever you can find online is fine.
I'll hunt some down and put links on Twitter.
あんの？
はい。
ミオタイなんかあんの？
YouTube に。
じゃあ楽しんで。
go enjoy her match against her husband Tank Nagai.
Does she I won't even ask. So I want to thank you all for your time. Mio, you've been wonderful. I've watched many of your matches and have been very impressed. And you're the best referee in Japan right now, I think, as well. So again, I want to thank you for your time today.
本日はありがとうございました。
以上だね。めっちゃ長い文章だったよ。本当に。
ありがとうございます。すごい感謝してます。そして、エリックさんは、ミユさんは、今、日本の一番良いのレフェリーと思いますから。
Thank you. じゃあ、あなたが一番今いい記者だよ。
So Yappy and Danny, thank you so much for your time, guys, and we will see you guys. Hopefully, whenever I'm let back into Japan, I'm coming back over.
Okay.
一個言いたいことあったら言っていいの？
はい。
言いたいことあったら、アメリカの人にアピールしたいことがあるけど伝えれるって聞いてほしい。
Can Mio say one word to the American fans?
Please, whatever she'd like to say.
どうぞ。
大丈夫
です。はい。
本当に私はどこでもレフェリーするし、ただ自分が英語ができないことも分かってるけども、でもやっぱり夢はイオの試合をもう一度さばいてみたいっていうのはあるけど、私の力じゃできないから、ぜひファンの人からそういう風な声が出てきたら、もしかしたら会社が動いてくれるかもしれないから、もしみんなが気が向いたら白井姉妹っていうものに興味を持ってくれたら、もうぜひアピールしてください。
So her dream is one day to be able to referee her sister's match, either in Japan or the US. And she said that if the office is able to negotiate her being a referee, then she'll be happy to do it.
I think the world would love to see that.
世界中がその白井姉妹のなんかレフリングとその試合を同時に見てみたいというファンが多分多いと思います。
いや、本当、呼ばれたら私は喜んで、今コロナが本当は怖いけども、喜んで行きます。
She said even though it's scary now, it's the COVID-19 going on, that she's willing to go when everything is done and over with.
We can trade places. I'll go there. She can come here.
エリックさんが日本に行って、ミオさんがアメリカに行って、場所を変えましょうって言ってました。
何変えましょう？
エリックさんは日本に来ます。そしてミオさんはアメリカに来ます。はい、
チェンジすればいい。
はい、チェンジする。
チェンジする。はい。チェンジするだけじゃ多分レフェリーできないな。するとこないな。
He's saying that you can't referee in Japan.
I'm a terrible wrestling trainer too, so it wouldn't work very well.
コーチも下手くそですから。チェンジできないです。
Okay.
All right, Mio, give us your socials. Let us know where we can find you online.
ミオ選手の SNS の情報があれば教えてください。
ツイッターアカウントが、ミオレフェリーっていう名前で、MIO でカタカナレフェリーだから、これはアメリカじゃ出るのかなアメリカでカタカナって出るのかなわかんないけど、アイスリボンのアカウントが一つと、あとは、白井美代、漢字の白井美代のツイッターアカウントがあります。でも白井美代の方は日本の政治に今起こってるからあまり楽しいツイッターしてないかもしれないからレフェリーの方がおすすめです。
So she has a two Twitter account. One is for her Japanese daily life and the other is for her refereeing stuff. And the Japanese Twitter, she is mad at the Japanese politics now. So it's not much fun to do over there.
Yeah, she uses her personal, like the Mio Shirai account. It's her personal account and it's her personal life, and also she rants about Japanese politics. So she's saying that maybe foreigners wouldn't be so interested in reading that. But then she has her referee account, which is Mio Ice Ribbon, and that's where you can see like her life in Ice Ribbon.
Yappy, where can we find you? Where can we find you on social media?
Me?
Yeah, you.
You can ask me that later.
But Ice Ribbon has a very important Twitter handle for English-speaking fans.
Oh, not me then. That's the English. It's not me. So the Ice Ribbon English Twitter is iceribbon_ENG. So you can see like English versions of the announcements that we put on the Ice Ribbon Twitter.
And that's very valuable to have as well too. I mean, I look at it every day, so that's how I keep up with my Ice Ribbon news.
Yeah, you can see also like, what new products you put up on the international store.
Like those masks that I want really bad.
Yeah, I should order one.
I will. Danny, you want to give your socials, buddy?
I have Instagram and Facebook.
What's your Instagram?
It's Danny AKG, and Facebook is at Danny Akagi.
Danny's a good follow too. All right, guys. I'm at the Joshi Pod if anybody cares. So again, thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.